Bro, ESPN, dude. Like, we get it with Philadelphia and their crowd, all right? We get it, okay? You love the Phillies fans. You love Philadelphia. You love the Northeast so much. Enough already. I saw enough jerseys and enough cheesesteaks. I get it, Carl Ravitch. Please, uncle on the crowd shots. I think I saw every Philadelphia Philly fan that was in the stands. I think they all got their own solo time. I think there was Philly fan picture in picture while I was watching the game. I get it, ESPN. Enough already with the overkill of everybody there in Philadelphia.
Wait, my favorite part and worst part of all this was when they started naming the jerseys.
Oh my God. Boy, you see a Trey Turner and a Harper.
We got a Holiday.
We got look at that. There's a Roy. There's a Shane Victorino. I'm like, okay. Like, so they're like every other fans. Like, who doesn't go to any game ever? I go to any Dolphins game. I see a Cleo Lemon jersey. I see a Dante Culpepper.
You know, one of the reasons why you see those old ass jerseys, because the cheap bastards won't buy a new one. That's why.
You know how expensive a baseball jersey is?
Right. So
what does a baseball jersey go for these days? $200? They're expensive, dude. Not cheap. I think
I like the I'm still a big fan of the blue and red ones. That's old school right there.
MLB Shop, a replica is $135.
What about
that's a replica?
Replica.
Authentic.
It has to be much more than that.
And that's a replica. That's a knockoff, they're telling you.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if I'm reading this right. Oh no, okay. This is the 93 World Series. I saw 325. See a lot of these 325, so
I don't think you're crazy when you say it's that much. I think they are a lot of money.
Jesus, dude.
So
I'm on jerseys right now on their page. Let's see. This is on Fanatics.
Look at that. Oh no, Mike Schmidt. Damn it, dude.
Mike Schmidt.
I know, 1980. I keep seeing these $300 jerseys and it keeps blowing my mind.
I was just like, Carl Ravitch, dude. I get it.
We get it.
We get it with Philadelphia already.
Sick of them.
I mean,
now look, it wasn't
not for nothing.
It was a very hostile crowd.
That pitcher was throwing heat.
Oh yeah, his sweeper.
And wait. It didn't help none that I'm looking at the stupid strike box and the ball's coming in underneath it.
Yeah,
and they call it a strike, and the batter looks back and go, "Really?"
Jazz Chisholm was like, "Huh?" I was like, "What do you mean?" And it's like, well, either have the strike box be the strike zone or don't put a box up there and then
tease me in how bad the officiating is.
Yeah, don't. Right? What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? It's like, oh well, he's been getting the edges. Yeah, I mean, like very clearly he's been getting the edges tonight.
And I got to tell you, getting the edge on a 95-mile-an-hour cutter on your hands is not getting it. Nobody ain't gonna swing at that and break their hands.
Luis says national commentators were all over the Phillies jockstrap. Oh, all over it, dude. All over
now,
it. It was.
That being said, I have a question. Are we? The Marlins play the way they play, right? And when they score, they require a couple of, hits in a row. And they may get a long ball every now and then, right? But that's not the basis of their scoring. They get contact.
They've added a lot of pop. I mean, like
right.
Berger.
No, they did with Bell and Berger.
So right. I mean, Soler was whiffs McGee yesterday. Jazz had a couple of bad at bats, buoyed by a terrible umpire.
Oh my goodness!
But yeah, they had a tough one yesterday. Wheeler had him on skates.
Oh my goodness!
I did think though when De La Cruz got that infield single, it's like, here we go, because I just thought like, hey, they're starting to. This has been their MO. They've been the comeback kids.
Right. And as choppy and as not hard hit that ball was, right? Yep. They managed to score a run, and I'm Berger like, now we're gonna get a big one, right?
Berger got to that infield single. He was like, whoo!
Oh yeah. Berger's a trotter.
Somebody get Burger a fan.
No,
Like, let's get him.
He looked like he needed a CPAP machine. He's like,
Let's get into some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy a truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
we know trucks. He was like, damn, I gotta hustle.
Let's hear from the skipper, Skip Schumacher, on the Marlins losing game 1 of the wild card round. He said he was wondering, did his team have a little anxiety on the postseason stage?
No, they're ready to go. They were excited to be here and excited for the opportunity.
All right. What about his starting pitcher, Jesus Luzardo?
No. This is the playoffs. It's going to be loud wherever you go, and I just feel like he didn't walk anybody. It wasn't like he was walking all kinds of guys. He got in just some deep counts, and I just felt like the slider was just a little bit off, maybe gripping it, ripping it maybe too hard, maybe ball out of hand sometimes. I thought Fortes actually blocked his butt off all game long and kept it within striking distance. It could have been a lot more than 3 runs. He got out of some big jams and kept us in the game. Our bullpen kept us in the game. We were one swing away a couple times from tying it up. Just didn't happen. And so, no, I think Zeus was fine, maybe fired up a little bit in the first inning, but really settled in after that.
Oh, yeah. He was overthrowing. Oh, my goodness. He was like, I'm throwing this 110.
I think I couldn't rule out that the crowd got him a little too amped up, that there was something there. You can't confirm it, you can't deny it. Like
here's the thing. In football, you can fight that with aggression, right? Because there's hitting. But in the other sports, it almost behooves you to kind of shut it out and relax so that you can perform. You know what I mean? It's like, so for example, you kick a ball off in football and somebody go and knock the hell out of the ball returner. That either quiet the crowd down or get your crowd into it, right? With baseball, if you go out there and try to go at it with that mentality, you don't perform as well, either as a hitter or a pitcher. So he seemed like he got it, when it seemed like he kind of got settled when he got in trouble. Right? When he got in trouble, he started pitching.
Well, he got a bad break on one of those hits. I mean, it was a good pitch. That was a Mobley bloop RBI,
Right.
Like that was like, what are you gonna do? That's just that's just sometimes the cruelty of baseball. Like you hit all these alignments, you have your guys lined up right. Sometimes rockets go right to infielders, but that one was like, a little lollipop that I think the exit velocity was like 60 miles an hour. What do you do? I mean, like that's just a tough break.
Right.
That is not a piss whistle, I'm assuming. 60 miles per hour?
No, that's not a piss whistle, dude. That's not a piss whistle. That was like a duck fart.
Wow. What?
A little duck fart.
Is that a baseball saying, or did you?
No, I'm just trying to figure out. Like now, I got to stop by the Ducks and ask them.
It's just 60 miles per hour.
I feel like I think it's a thing.
No, it's not. Wouldn't it be something if Google said, "Hey, jackass, ducks don't fart"?
Oh my God, it is. The term duck fart is baseball slang for a bloop single or hit that drops in just behind him.
I know baseball, dude. I told you.
Wow.
I know baseball. I love this sport.
Really? That's
wow.
What?
Duck fart.
Now, I'm gonna tell you, haven't heard it until now.
I mean, because you know it when you see it. You know a duck fart when you see it. It not every like there's a certain kind of bloop that's a duck fart, and that was a duck fart.
Just a bloop that nobody could get to because of positioning.
Yeah, little duck fart.
Or when the ball lands, it just stays right there because it got no movement on it.
Super annoying, man.
Oh my God. Look, the Phillies fans have infiltrated ESPN. We get it, dude.
Oh man, it's enough of them already, dude.
God,
it is
man.
Enough.
Act like you.
And that whole team is just full of punchable faces. I mean, from Bryce Harper to Schwarber to they get this Trey Turner with Scott Van Pelt afterwards. He's got the personality of a walnut. I'm lashing out.
I
Go
know.
win tonight, Fish.
I know. So
Braxton Garrett on the hill.
So they played 2 there and then 1 back home?
No, all 3 are in Philly.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
Philly gets the whole. Yeah, they get the whole series. Well, dude, you can't have them travel back and forth. Like, you got to get this. Remember, this used to be a do or die. Like, they got to get these games in so they can move on to the divisional round.
So, unlike any other sport, maybe football, home field is definitely an advantage in the first round. You got to play all 3.
You get a whole series at home. You get last ups. Yeah, I think it is.
Who we got on the mound tonight?
Braxton Garrett.
Who's been throwing well.
He's been doing good. You know, the Mets kind of screwed him last week because they decided we're going to mess up your rotation because we don't know how to make a field properly. But he's been good. He's been good, and the bullpen was good yesterday, much to my surprise.
Yeah, as much as well as they say they've been doing, I really would not.
It's out there. I get nervous. I can't help it. I'm sorry.
Right? No, I know. I'm just saying. I'm saying the same thing with that you're saying. Like, I don't have that confidence that everybody else has because we've seen some things this year.
Did you guys notice a thing though? Like, I've been noticing. I always like to see what the new cool baseball trends that are going around the league. And have you noticed there's a new thing that I haven't noticed? I never noticed this during Marlins games this year, but like, did you notice that like the bullpen guys were warming up without their hats? A new thing. Razabon was doing it, and then I think Alvarado was doing it for them. No hats while they warm up.
Well, because I think the hat on the field is a requirement.
Huh.
No, yeah, I know on the field they have to, but I'd never seen a guy just warm up without his hat. I thought that was weird.
As a baseball purist, does that bother you? Do you look at it like, put your hat on?
No, just like a thing. No, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. I just was like, no hats. What's up with that? Something strange.
Oh, I know why. And this is, you can never trust the Mets necessarily, but apparently this was explained last year, July, that Mets relievers have been warming up in the bullpen without their caps because the pen coach is positioning their PitchCom earpiece in the cap.
That actually makes sense. Yeah. They get, isn't it funny that we're not allowed to have stealing signs anymore, or you can't buzz somebody's nipples to tell them a changeup is coming, but now you have an active walkie-talkie with them.
That's true.
Did they
buzz nipples?
They have like little pitch comms now, so they could tell them, "We want you to throw this. We want you to throw this." That kind of loses a little bit of luck. Like, you want to talk about old school baseball things? Like, you used to just throw down the deuce, you know?
Yeah. Wait. So not the umpire. I'm sorry. The catcher doesn't put any signs anymore.
Like, no, he does, but it's relayed to. It's like relayed to them.
Oh, okay.
And then I think
is it relayed to both of them or just the pitcher?
I think it's relayed to both of them. I think it's relayed to both of them. But I think there's also translators too, obviously, if a guy doesn't speak English.
Wow.
Anyway,
baseball.
That actually makes sense then. Okay. Well, I'm glad. I thought they were just doing it to look cool.
Yeah, I feel that. You know what?
I thought it did look cool.
Think about this. I didn't even know that was happening. So that they have a pitch com.
Yeah. And apparently this has been going on for at least a year. I'm not sure how long, but
yeah, I think that sounds about right.
Yeah, because this tweet is from 2022.
Either way, look, frustrating. You had some moments late. Definitely took the Marlins a while to get in on it. Wheeler was awesome. You know, he was making the Marlins do a lot of weak stuff. All right, need to bounce back. Get this one tonight. We get this one tonight. We're sitting pretty. All right, we don't. Season's over.
Well, you can either be sitting pretty or heading home. There's really no in between.
Right. Exactly. I think you guys know the difference. Okay. We either sit pretty or the season's over.
Don't lose.
Exactly, dude. Don't lose.
I'll tell you what, though, while we're hosing people down, who the hell was calling yesterday's game?
Who was on the call yesterday? They had
was it Tony Romo and Jim Nantz again?
No, it wasn't. It was Eduardo Perez was the analyst. Carl Ravitch at the game yesterday.
Carl Ravitch.
Carl Ravitch is a baseball. Now listen, he was basically, he might as well have been wearing a Phillies fanatic costume in the middle of it. But
I mean, look, yesterday there was not too much to cheer about if you're a Marlins fan. But there was a miraculous play from the newly center fielder, Jazz Chisholm. Beautiful throw out obviously they scored that one run, but a beautiful throw. You guys saw that? He picked him off.
Oh, it was a great play. It was probably the play of the game for the Marlins.
It really was.
It saved him a run. It was a great play by Jazz. And a great tag by Fortes.
Yeah, absolutely. But unfortunately, it was
a real
ruined.
piss whistle.
Yeah, you know what? That was it was not a duck fart for sure.
No.
Or a can of corn, which I just learned about. Can
of corn is like it's right
like
up there.
fly
Can
ball.
of corn. Yeah.
Who makes these things up? Oyster Burns is crazy.
I think a can of corn is like an infield pop up, right?
Can of corn is just a routine fly ball.
Everyone knows that. Huh? Apparently, everyone knows that one. But yeah,
you know why? Because it goes down easy.
No, but
I
your body doesn't digest it.
Yeah, but it goes down easy.
Right. I don't know why our bodies.
Did we get anything out of corn?
Corn in, corn out. It don't break it down. Your body says we're not breaking this down.
Can you plant it again after? You know what? Let me not even ask those questions.
Anyway, so what did Carl Ravage do that bothered you?
Tell me if this is Carl Ravage that phony. Tell me if something's a little bit off about this call yesterday.
It's going up the middle. That's going to bring in Real Muto. Castellanos is coming home. Here's the throw. Chisholm throws him out at the plate.
All right. Okay.
Oh,
stop the tape.
wait a minute. He
Stop
pulled a
the tape.
Hernandez?
Let's hear it again.
I didn't notice that yesterday.
Chisholm throws him out at the plate.
What the hell are you doing, Carl?
I don't know. It's kind of
I don't know, dude.
This is one we may have to go into the booth for. I'm not sure. He may have said Chisholm, but he might have said he might, if you can recall what Keith Hernandez once did when calling a Marlins Mets spring training game. This was
Chisholm.
This was Keith Hernandez.
I think you're giving this guy too much credit, if I had to be honest, because I know what Chisholm sounds like as opposed to Chisholm. Just one more time here, Carl the phony.
Chisholm throws him out at the plate.
This is kind of like those sound tests that you do. Like, one time I hear Chisholm, one time I hear Chisholm. I mean, I kind of feel like in context I hear Chisholm, but now I'm thinking I hear Chisholm. I don't know. Do you
look, this is Keith Hernandez, which we all agreed was egregious and was incorrect. It was blatant. It was definitely blatant. There's no arguing that one. I'm going to play them side by side. You tell me.
Chaz Chisholm.
Chisholm throws him out at the plate.
It's close. It's close. I can't rule it out. I don't know if we have enough to overturn the call. I think you're right, but I think call stands on Carl Ravage because that what we had from Keith Hernandez. You have the whole Keith Hernandez or just the short version? Because the whole Keith Hernandez, that's blatant illegal formation. Like that was blatant violation of Jazz Chisholm's. I'm now scared. Jazz Chisholm's Jazz Chisholm's name.
Got De La Cruz and Sanchez returning in the corner outfield positions. They can play all over. Chaz Chisholm is gonna start in center field.
Look at that, dude.
Chisholm throws him out at the plate.
I'm telling you. I am telling you. That was egregious. That was on purpose.
It would be nice if he put a little bit more the right emphasis on the right syllable. You know what I'm saying?
What was that?
Yeah, dude. If he would just get that right, that's all I'm saying.
Let's just call him Jazz from now on. Jazz, what a throw by Jazz.
I really need Jazz to go out there and hit a real rocket to make those Phillies fans, because he's gonna pimp the holy hell out of that home run.
God. He's gonna do the worm.
If he hits Jazzy
home.
Yeah, doesn't even makes his bunts look cool, his bunt attempts, even though I really disagreed with that yesterday.
Why are we having our cleanup guy bunt?
Yeah, I don't understand what he was. The first time, okay, you're just kind of seeing the whole pit. Like the whole, I think, process of that is a batter can see the ball all the way through, kind of see what they got. And one I think he thought was a ball, so I think he was trying to be like, hey, let me really make sure that you call this a strike, which the umpire did, and put him in a bad spot. So hopefully today he hits one to the bleeping moon and makes the Philly fanatics sad.
I got the Marlins today. How about that? That's my hot take. Marlins, they're going to win by 4 runs.
What time do they play?
First pitch today, Leroy.
Braxton Garrett on the mound.
Braxton.
I got faith in my boy.
Bleeping Garrett on the mound today. By the way, did you see I'll tell you, the Rays, everybody's killing them because of their attendance yesterday.
Ooh.
19,000. 8 o'clock first pitch again today, Leroy.
8:08.
And
19,000 for a playoff game?
for a playoff game. Yeah,
That's bad, right? Yeah.
Aren't they building a new stadium too?
I know.
I heard
Yeah,
that
I was
park
surprised that
sucks.
I've never been. I've never been.
People say that it sucks so much that they like it, which I thought was weird. Like it has certain things about
All
it.
I can remember is the ball getting hit up in the air and then everybody looking around.
Is 3 o'clock on a Wednesday? Is that a or a Tuesday? Is that a
appealing?
viable
Right. Is that appealing?
excuse?
Yeah,
Who wants to go to a baseball game at 3 o'clock? I don't care if it's a playoff game.
If the Marlins play at 3 o'clock, I actually think you and I would head down. If the Marlins have a playoff game coming up at 3 o'clock, if they advance past the Braves, I'll do that. But most people, I think, got to go to work.
Right.
Although St. Petersburg is full of the old.
True.
So they're probably doing what? Parcheesi and shuffleboard.
The old love matinee baseball.
Oh, dude. The old love some matinee.
I tell you
baseball. What's better to fall asleep in your Barker lounge than an old matinee baseball
I
game?
tell you what. I used to get my little score book, right? My little score book.
Yep.
Get a popcorn, a hot dog, and a beverage, and I go sit in them stands for 1 o'clock games all the time.
Kenny Lofton seats?
Yeah.
Oh, the old Kenny Lofton seats.
Underneath the thing, so if it rained, I was still good.
I'll tell you one thing I just need tonight. I need them to catch Trey Turner stealing. I was so annoyed by that. They were all over Trey Turner. Oh, 30 for 30's never been caught. And there's 2 more. And I was like, oh.
Well, the other thing is that
got to bait.
I mean, if they're talking about Trey Turner, what the hell are they saying about Acuna, who's done something that's never been done?
Well, I know, but they were making such a big deal that he's never been. Oh, Trey Turner's never been. I want him to be caught now.
Yeah.
Now
he's never been caught all year.
Hasn't been caught all year. They were like, oh, 30 for 30, and then like he did it twice. I'm like,
the stealing rules are different this year. Remember Juan Pierre was on the show with us and said if the rules were the same for him, he would have gotten 70 steals.
I tell you one thing, I love I did get the goosies with Juan Pierre's message yesterday on social media.
What did he say?
Like, he's just like rooting on the fish, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, JP's like a lifer, dude. Like that guy needs to be. We need more Juan Pierre in our life. I don't know what that means, but we need more Juan Pierre in our life. He's just a decent man who loves baseball more than anybody.
Yeah.
And this guy's like out there. He's been since he's like basically retired, has gone to Jupiter every year to help guys. I just need more Juan Pierre in my life.
Yep. Don't we all? We all need more JP. We're cool, so I can say that. JP.
Everybody calls him that.
Nah, just me.
Take a break. Back after this.